My sister stole my wedding dress and wore it to her own wedding. When I found out why, I exposed her shocking secret. I never thought my own sister would betray me in the most devastating way possible. But Sarah didn't just steal my wedding dress. She stole something far more precious. And when I discovered the truth, it changed everything I thought I knew about my family. The perfect dress. It all started 2 years ago when I found my dream wedding dress. I was 28, engaged to my college sweetheart Michael, and we were planning our wedding for the following spring. The dress was a vintage inspired lace gown with delicate beading that caught the light like tiny stars. It cost me 3 months' salary, but the moment I saw myself in that mirror, I knew it was worth every penny. Sarah, my younger sister by 3 years, was with me when I found it. She gushed over how beautiful it looked, took photos of me in it, and even helped me negotiate with the boutique owner for a small discount. I thought she was being the supportive sister I'd always known her to be. Emma, you look like a princess, she said, tears in her eyes. Michael is going to die when he sees you in this. I stored the dress in my childhood bedroom at our parents' house, wrapped in preservation bags and hidden away until my big day. Sarah knew exactly where it was. She'd help me hang it in the closet. Hesha, the announcement. 6 months before my wedding, Sarah dropped a bombshell. She was engaged to Derek, a guy she'd been secretly dating for only 4 months. The family was shocked by the sudden announcement, but Sarah seemed radiantly happy. We don't want to wait, she explained at the family dinner, where she broke the news. When you know, right? What made it even more surprising was that she wanted to get married just 2 months before my wedding. I felt a knot in my stomach. Wasn't this supposed to be my year? But I pushed down my selfish thoughts and congratulated her with genuine happiness. I'm so excited for you, I told her, hugging her tight. We'll have back to back weddings in the family. The theft. 3 weeks before Sarah's wedding, I went to check on my dress. I wanted to make sure it was still in perfect condition and maybe try it on one more time. My heart stopped when I opened the closet. The dress was gone. I frantically searched the entire room, thinking maybe Mom had moved it for safekeeping. I called her immediately. Mom, where's my wedding dress? It's not in the closet. There was a pause. Oh, honey, didn't Sarah tell you? She borrowed it for her wedding. She said you two had talked about it. My blood ran cold. We absolutely did not talk about it. She stole my dress. Now, Emma, don't be dramatic. It's just a dress. You can find another one. Just a dress? This was my dream dress, the one I'd saved for months to buy, the one that made me feel like the most beautiful version of myself. The confrontation, I immediately called Sarah, my hands shaking with rage. How could you take my wedding dress without asking? Emma, calm down. I was going to tell you. I just thought since my wedding is first, I could wear it and then you could wear it too. It's like sharing, you know? Sharing? Sarah, you stole my dress. This was my dream dress. Look, I'm sorry, okay? But I already had alterations done. It won't fit you anymore anyway. I can help you find another dress. I hung up on her. She had not only stolen my dress, but had it altered to fit her body, making it impossible for me to wear it at my own wedding. The wedding day. Despite my family's pressure to keep the peace, I couldn't bring myself to attend Sarah's wedding. The thought of watching her walk down the aisle in my dress was too painful. Michael supported my decision, though he encouraged me to try to work things out with my sister eventually. I spent that Saturday at a bridal salon, desperately trying to find another dress with only 6 weeks until my own wedding. Nothing felt right. Every dress I tried on reminded me of what I'd lost. My phone buzzed with photos from the wedding. Against my better judgment, I looked. There was Sarah, radiant and beautiful, wearing my dress. The lace hugged her curves perfectly. The beading caught the light just as I'd imagined it would on my own wedding day. She looked stunning. And that's when I noticed something that made my heart stop. The discovery. In one of the photos, Sarah was laughing with Derek, her hand resting on her stomach in a way that seemed protective. She was glowing, but not just from bridal happiness. I'd seen that glow before, when our cousin was pregnant. I zoomed in on the photo. There was the slightest curve to her stomach, barely noticeable unless you knew what to look for. Everything suddenly made sense. The rushed engagement, the insistence on a quick wedding, the desperate need for the perfect dress. Sarah was pregnant, But that wasn't the shocking part. The shocking part came when I did the math. If Sarah was showing even slightly, she had to be at least 4 months along. But she'd only been dating Derek for 4 months, and they'd gotten engaged immediately after they started dating, which meant Sarah had been pregnant before she even met Derek. The investigation. I couldn't let it go. I started thinking about Sarah's behavior over the past year. She'd been secretive, going out at odd hours, being evasive about where she'd been. There had been mysterious phone calls she'd step away to take. I remembered something else. About 8 months ago, Sarah had been devastated when she found out that Jake, her ex-boyfriend of 2 years, was getting married to someone else. She'd been crushed, crying for weeks. But then suddenly, she seemed to bounce back and started going out more. I decided to do some digging. I reached out to mutual friends, casually asking about Sarah's activities over the past year. Piece by piece, the truth emerged. Sarah had been having an affair with Jake, even after he got engaged to his now wife. The affair had continued right up until Jake's wedding 7 months ago. Sarah had been desperately trying to get him to leave his fiancée for her. When Jake chose his fiancée over Sarah, she was left heartbroken and pregnant with his child. The revelation. Armed with this information, I confronted Sarah after her honeymoon. She was at our parents' house, going through wedding gifts, still wearing the glow of a new bride. "Sarah, we need to talk." She looked up, surprised by my serious tone. "Emma, I'm sorry about the dress. I know you're angry, but this isn't about the dress anymore. This is about the fact that you're pregnant with Jake's baby, and you've deceived Derek into thinking it's his." The color drained from her face. "I don't know what you're talking about." "I did the math, Sarah. You're showing, which means you're at least 4 months along. You've only been with Derek for 4 months, and you got engaged immediately. But you were with Jake 8 months ago." She sat down heavily, her hands instinctively moving to her stomach. "You don't understand. Then explain it to me. Explain how you could marry someone under such a massive lie." The truth, Sarah broke down. Through tears, she told me everything. She'd been obsessed with Jake, convinced he was going to leave his fiancée for her. When he didn't, she was devastated. When she found out she was pregnant, she panicked. "I couldn't be a single mother, Emma. I couldn't face the shame. When I met Derek, he was so kind, and he fell for me so quickly. I thought I could make it work." "So you stole my dress to have the perfect wedding to cover up your lie?" "I needed everything to be perfect. I needed to look beautiful and radiant so no one would question anything. Your dress was so gorgeous, and I knew it would make me look like the perfect bride." "And Derek, does he have any idea?" "No, and he can't know. This baby will be his child. I'll make sure of it." The dilemma. I was torn. My sister had betrayed me, stolen from me, and was living a lie that would eventually destroy an innocent man. But she was still my sister, and she was clearly desperate and scared. "Sarah, you can't build a marriage on a lie this big. Derek deserves to know the truth." "Please, Emma, I'm begging you. Don't destroy my life. I'll do anything to make up for the dress. I'll buy you 10 dresses, 100 dresses. Just please don't tell Derek. Вот твой текст без изменений." The confrontation, I immediately called Sarah, my hands shaking with rage. "How could you take my wedding dress without asking?" "Emma, calm down. I was going to tell you. I just thought since my wedding is first, I could wear it and then you could wear it too. It's like sharing, you know?" Sharing? The reckoning. Sarah called me after Derek left, sobbing and desperate. "Emma, I need help. I don't know what to do. Derek took everything. I have nothing." "I warned you this would happen, Sarah. I told you that lies always come to light." I know. I was wrong about everything. About the dress, about the lying, about all of it. Please help me." I felt a mixture of sadness and vindication. My sister had lost everything because of her choices, but I also felt sorry for my nephew, who was innocent in all of this. "I'll help you figure out how to co-parent and get back on your feet," I told her. "But you need to take responsibility for what you've done. No more lies, no more shortcuts." The lesson. Looking back, the stolen wedding dress was just the symptom of a much deeper problem. Sarah had always been impulsive, always looked for the easy way out of difficult situations. The dress theft was just another example of her taking what she wanted without considering the consequences. Today, 3 years later, Sarah is slowly rebuilding her life. She's working as a teacher, raising her son, and trying to co parent with Derek, who eventually forgave her enough to maintain a relationship with the child he'd raised as his own for 2 years. Our relationship is still complicated. I've forgiven her, but trust is something that has to be rebuilt slowly. She's in therapy, working on understanding why she makes the choices she does. As for me, I learned that sometimes the most painful betrayals come from the people we love most. But I also learned that standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult, is always the better choice in the long run. The wedding dress? It's probably in a closet somewhere, a reminder of a beautiful lie that couldn't last. But my marriage is built on honesty and trust, and that's worth more than any perfect dress could ever be.